You're right guys, it's Capcom Tom here and welcome to another one of my most expensive squad builders. Today we are going to be building the most expensive Spanish squad. It's quite an interesting one and I'll tell you why in a second, but it comes in at 4 million coins. So if you need to go and buy yourself some coins to buy some of the players, buy the whole team, go check out futcoinking.com. Their link will be down in the description. A fast, cheap and reliable coin service. Use code CAP5 at checkout for a discount. So here we go. We'll start it off by putting the goalie in because we are going to go backwards, starting from the cheapest and going to the most expensive though. So the goalkeeper, unfortunately, is the worst goalkeeper I have ever used. Ever. He is shocking. It's Inform Roberto. Now he comes in at around 44k, which makes him more expensive than Casillas, but oh my god, he is just atrocious. I couldn't play with him. I had to take him out. I put Lopez in, but just for the sake of the squad builder, he is going in. He is the most expensive, but for all the clips I ended up using Lopez because he was just too bad. He was conceding everything. I don't think he made a single save in about 3 games, so I ended up losing my first 3 games. After that, you know, I started winning my games rather than losing them by 5 goals or something, and it was a really strange team because never have I played with a team where at the start I've lost so badly, but all I've wanted to do is just keep on playing with it because it's sort of like a tiki-taka sort of team. Like, it's got a lot of Barcelona players in it, so the passing is unbelievable, and hence why I wanted to sort of like try and change my game style just from the average or what I've always done, which is just spam crosses and spam over the top 3 balls, because if you do that with this team it doesn't work. So we'll talk more about the team in a second, but let's get more players into this team. So next up is going into the team is one of the striker. In fact, we're going to put both strikers in next up. So the first expensive striker is going to be Jesse Rodriguez. He comes in at 83,000 coins, so he's quite expensive. And he's actually one of the better players in this team. Really did enjoy him. He did, you know, manage to get on the score sheet quite a lot of times, which is really nice to see. And then the other player, I had to move him from centre attacking mid because there are no, you know, pretty expensive strikers that are Spanish. I could have gone and might have had to put Inform Isco in this team if Jesse Rodriguez was a little bit cheaper. So thank God he's quite expensive because I didn't want to have to play 2 cams at striker. So the second striker is going to be David Silva. He comes in at 100k, and as you know, the rule I use in this sort of squad building series is that I can move players a maximum of 2 positions. So a cam can become a striker, but for example, a centre forward can't become a centre defensive mid. Okay, so next up, we are going to go into the defence. We're going to put our first defender in. He's an Inform, and it's going to be Inform PK. Absolutely shocking, really hated him. The problem with this team is it's ultra attacking and it's got no defending at all. Like, even the defenders have high attacking work rates, which is an absolute nightmare. So you get hit on the counter, you're going to concede a lot of goals. So, but the thing is, I was ending most games with around about 65% possession. So I'm going to actually rebuild this squad, well, the front line of it anyway, and put a much stronger defence on it. And I'm going to see if you can actually viably play this as a competitive team. It does rip certain people apart. If they're not very good at defending, you will absolutely shat on them. But against people who, you know, use sweaty teams like Aubameyang and Eto'o up top, you're going to really struggle. But here we go. We're going to go into the next player. The next player is going to be our right midfielder, and it is from the BPL, and it's Jesus Navas. So there he goes. Inform goes in. 206,000 coins he costs, and yeah, I absolutely love Jesus Navas. I think he's a great player, and yeah, really did very well in this squad. Considering you can't really cross with this team, you can't, basically, this team, you can't cross and you can't over the top through ball because you haven't got particularly fast strikers. I know Jesse Rodriguez is quite quick, but he's not all that strong, and you can't cross because both of your strikers are quite small, as are all your midfielders. You know, you've got to find new ways to play, and oh my god, it's just so much fun. You're going to see it in the goals because I just could not stop playing with this team. It was ridiculous. And you could probably make this team without the informs and it'll be a heck of a lot cheaper, and you know, it'll probably play just as well. Okay, moving on to the next position. We're going to go with left mid, and it's going to be the second inform Pedro going into the team. Really strong player. Absolutely loved him. And yeah, both wingers really did their job very well on the overlap. just fantastic. Okay, next player is going to be one of the defenders. We're going with Team of the Year Ramos. He goes into the team. He costs around about the 476,000 coin mark, and as I said, I don't really want to talk about the defense. This team is all about the attack. The defense is just not very good, and it's just sort of like embarrassing to talk about it too much. Anyway, moving on to our next player. In fact, I've missed one of our players out, so I'll put him in now. It's Fabregas, and he comes in at around about 264,000 coins, so another quite expensive player, and that's his second in form there I've put in the centre mid position. Then we can move on to the other centre mid position. We're going to be putting in the Team of the Year Xavi. Really nice card, and as you can see, you know, I haven't got really any defending on this team. I know he has 74 defending, but you tried muscling the likes of Sturridge off the ball with Xavi. It just is not going to happen. And you know, we've got 69 defending with Fabregas, so they're not awful, but they're not particularly good at defending it either. Okay, next up we've got a legend that's going into the team. It's Fernando Hierro, I believe is how you pronounce his name. Costs around about the 800,000 coin mark. Would I pay that much for him to have him in my team? No, I'd much prefer to use a different. In fact, you know, as I said, let's not talk about the defense. It's all about the attack in this team. Although it's a very expensive defense, it's just not a very good one because they're just too attacking minded. And then finally, the last player in this team that goes into the centre attacking mid position is going to be Team of the Year Iniesta. Really lovely little player. Got a nice shot on him. Good first time shot. Great passing, as you can probably expect. And yeah, just an absolutely fantastic front line of a team. And what I'm probably going to do is build something very, very similar, and then, you know, strip the whole defense off and have just like sort of like a Serie A defense. I think I'll probably just go Juventus players across the back. So that's my idea, and then have the front line all as the same. So you'll get the attacking, and you also probably have a decent defense as well. So there you go, guys. That's the team. What you're going to see is you're going to see me with loads of passing moves and stuff that, you know, led to goals. It might actually be quite a long goal section. I haven't put it together yet, but I hope you enjoy it anyway. Something different, because it won't just be over the top spam balls and stuff like that. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it. Obviously, if you could drop it a like, that would be absolutely amazing. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, but other than that, I'm going to have to leave it there, and I will see you all next time.
When the days are cold and the cards all fold, and the saints we see are all made of gold, when your dreams all fail and the wounds we heal are the worst of all, and the bloods run stale, I wanna hide the truth, I wanna shelter you, but with the beast inside, there's nowhere we can hide. No matter what we breed, we still are made of greed. This is my kingdom come, this is my kingdom come.